Welcome in, everybody. We got everything we need to do a little repair on the well tank there. And I'll tell you why I'm doing that. I got a nice plumbing box here. I think I have basically everything I need to do any kind of repair on the Rancho. Got some fiberglass resin. Got a wire wheel, some sandpaper, metal sanding cloth here, and also some fiberglass cloth. So we're going to really fix that bottom up on there. So let's go over and take a look at that. Let me get this on the stick, and I've disconnected the water tank here. Didn't think I'd be this deep in, but this material is so heavy, you're just not going to get a metal tank. Of course, they do rust out. I have disconnected it here. You can see it looks like I've got frog eggs here. I don't know. They were happily living underneath. That's kind of weird. But it's going to be kind of dry now, boys. You can see some of the mess. I think they put like a cloth down there or something underneath of that. So I have to get that. This has been broken for a long time here. No matter. Just balance it with some wood. But let's take a look at the bottom here. And you can see down here that we've got a big hole right here, and I think we've got a secondary hole down in here. So I'm going to do a great patch. I'm going to hit it with the wheel with safety glasses, of course, and let this dry overnight. Then come out and put the patching on tomorrow, and we should be able to reconnect the well and get it operational. Because I did notice all of a sudden my downpipe had been busted here too, which is, I don't know whether, I don't want to blame anybody, but ever since Tio came on the scene, it's been like the bad news bears around here. So let me get to it. Okay, make very sure that you have your safety glasses on and gloves. You only get issued 2 eyes. What we're going to do is get that so ultra clean around there that we're going to have excellent adherence with the fiberglass matting, and that's very important. That looks pretty good. I know I don't have the best lighting conditions, but points of concern, this one over here, and then down in this area. So I'm going to put a preliminary patch on them, being extra careful around this area down here, and then come back and undercoat the bottom here the whole way. So let me go and prep up. I have this resin cloth, and I bought extra too, this fiberglass matting, and that's really the key to the whole thing. So I'm going to pre-cut my patches here. I'll put one down there, one down in this area. I have it kind of raised up so that the water is down at that end, and this one here. I got my hardener fixed. I'm wearing gloves here. I'm giving that a real good bath. Soaking that, impregnating that really well. I'm gonna slap that first one right on the bottom, making sure to give a really good amount of overlap there. the worst area. Right over to the edge. And that looks perfect. Next we're going to take our next piece and patch this hole up at the top here. Plenty of joy juice here. Oh. And right onto the patch. Nice and wide. So there's plenty of area to stick to. And I'm pretty happy about that. That's looking pretty good. So those are the two big areas of concern. This isn't really, that's nothing over there. I don't know what that is. That's nothing, but I've got the patch on the main things now. And that's good. I'm gonna go back and drool a little more of this just to make sure I've totally impregnated that fiberglass there. And that looks pretty good. Drool a little bit on the bottom too. And then we'll just let that go ahead and set up there. Remove our gloves here. All right. And the first stage is done there. Now it's just a question of letting that cure off really well. Letting that joy juice work in. And then we'll come back with the second layer here. All right, that first coat's set up really well. We don't want to rush it. We want things to cure before we go back for the second round. Ding ding. Yes. After 2 go rounds with the fiberglass, I've now got the tank into that position. That's a lot to bull there. I'm going to steady this away. I'm going to make this connection reconnect back here. This one is just a screw-on connection. It's going to take a little work to resize this one, but things are going along pretty good. Happy to say. And I'm not going to put any water. I'm going to let it all cure overnight before we fire it up tomorrow. So let me get on the connections. I've got the back connection doped up. I have a universal all-purpose PVC, CPVC, and ABS doing the job. OD all-purpose. We got one more connection to make, and then we can reconnect over here. I'm dirty, but we got everything back together, and we're gonna let that cure real good. Let's take a closer look. All the connection's good there. We're gonna have to reprime through that, meaning pour some water down there to start the vacuum again. I think we got everything doped up pretty good there with the cement. We'll hook the hose up. Hopefully everything will be all good. I don't mind a few leaks around here. I just don't want anything big because I don't leave it under pressure all the time. All right. Maybe I'll sneak a test. I don't know later. It looked like we got one really teeny tiny little pinpoint leak. So I'll let that drain out, and then I'll overlap some, might be edge here. Overlap some fiberglass on the edge. It's all clean on the other side. So it should be a relatively easy proposition to seal that teeny tiny one. Morning everybody, happy Thursday to you. Day 2 of the attempt to save the well tank and redo the plumbing for at least the main feed, the main base, the well, the pump and all that, the upstream part of the irrigation system here. Let's go out and see what we're doing. Continuing to work like crazy out here. All that, they put a new gas line into the apartment house. I don't know. God, just don't let us blow up today. Right? It's a little messy back here. I got a lot of gear. I was out early this morning putting a second coat of fiberglass on. I got the hair dryer here, and that's just heating up that fiberglass because it's a little chilly today. Should help set that set, and that's doing a great job. I also had a former little pinpoint leak. I've heard fiberglass that one too. So that's setting up real good. I'm gonna let that go for a couple hours here. Get that heat on it, keep it good. Like I said, I don't care about small pin drips and stuff like that. I could care less. I had to fix the down pipe, that pipe over there, so it's been a hell of a lot of work. Well, there we go, guys. We got water. Yeah, we're pressurizing up. That's an awesome feeling. To be able to water some of this stuff. Woo! Pretty happy about the way things turned out. I'm not going to keep this thing under pressure, the system. You can see there is still one little tiny dripperoo there, and I'm not going to worry about that. Compared, that might self-seal at the end. Compared to what it was gushing out before, I think that's a real success. So we're going to declare that good and go ahead and clean up and get some well-needed water on these plants and trees. They need a good drink. I want to thank you guys for being along on this 2-day journey. I'm glad I'll probably get another couple years out of the tank, which will be great. And now I don't have to worry about go ahead and repair the rest of the water system. But this is the key, the brains of the operation. No, wait a minute, I'm the brains of the operation here. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and thumbs up are appreciated.